Hari Om. Welcome to CVV and Hema Foundation's joint project of Hema Virtues, the qualities, and I will be speaking on courage, the first quality of this Hema Virtues. What is courage? Courage could be a metal, courage could be the spirit, courage could be the resolution, the firm mental resolve. Is it a quality of physical power or is it a mental quality? There are 2-3 aspects to that. Courage is born out of action. When you resolve to do something, when you are in the spirit of action, you need courage. Once you become courageous, you need to be fearless. So fearlessness is the transformation, is the repercussion, is a result, you can say, of courage. And then to maintain that courageous spirit, you have to be forbearing. So fortitude is another quality which is required. In short, I think we can say that action, courage and fortitude is the key to success. Now, courage is not really just a physical quality. Of course, we have come across brave warriors, and when we say courage, it's an act of bravery, we say. So, there are brave warriors and they fought courageously against their enemies and conquered in the battlefields. So, that is also courage only. But even if you don't have this physical prowess, even then the mental quality can make you courageous to encounter any challenge, any adversity, and face the challenges, clear the doubts, overpower everything, take risks and then go ahead to achieve your goal. I think the examples will make it more clear. Raja Shivaji, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, everybody knows of him, how courageous he was. A short stature of a Maratha built, usually not very tall, like 6 feet. He was not very tall, but the spirit he had was taller than the Himalayas. Just imagine when he was at Agra in the jail, along with his small young son Sambhaji, how courageously he would have spent the days in Agra amidst all the eyes of the Mughals. And imagine how he escaped from that. Doesn't it require courage? So this is not only the physical quality, as I say, it is a mental quality. You have to train yourself, yes, I can do it, and then that results into courageous act. And just imagine the little young child, 8 years and 10 years, Bal Sambhaji, who later on became Chhatrapati. How courageous he must have been. Because when Shivaji left Agra, he was not accompanied by Sambhaji. Sambhaji came after some days, some months, along with some other Bairagis and the Gosavis. What he might have thought during those times? Oh, my father has forsaken me? No, he was courageous enough to tolerate all those adverse times, the difficult times for him. Then we have Swatantraveer Savarkar, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. Just imagine how he jumped in the midst of the ocean and reached the Marseilles port to escape from the Britishers. That is called what you can say a universal, a phenomenal jump into the deep oceans. Anybody has that courage now to take a jump in the midst of the ocean and swim on the basis of your arms? he was also not a very strong person. So courage is basically a mental quality. I said courage has some risks. The risk needs to be calculated. If it is uncalculated risk, it is called dussahasa. But sometimes, according to the situations, you need to take that risk as well when there is no other go. For example, Jhansi ki Rani Lakshmi Bai, she knew that she was all alone. She did not have help even from the Gwalior king, the Sindhiyas. Nobody was there to help her. Britishers were after her. She carried her only adopted child at the back, rode on a horse, and just went out of Jhansi fort. What a courageous woman she is. बूंदे ले हर बोलों के मुँह, हमने सुनी कहानी थी, खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वह तो झांसी वाली रानी थी. So every child today, boy or a girl, needs to have that courage as a mental quality and capacitate our own self to encounter, to confront any difficult time. There may be some people who are physically handicapped. They are called divyangas, differently abled. But that doesn't stop their mental quality to resist or to stop, their activities. A girl without having a foot, without having a leg, can dance and win the hearts of all the people. And then the Jaipur fort comes into existence. There are people with Down syndrome who can swim across so many difficult paths in the navigatory field. In the swimming competitions, they take part. So that all requires courage. David, how he fought against the mighty Goliath, that requires courage. And Krishna fighting Kamsa, and Krishna having the fights with Mushtika and Chanura, a young boy Krishna, that is also courage. Rama, when he was young and he was taken by Vishwamitra, Rama and Lakshmana both, and he killed that gigantic looking, a cruel demoness Tataka, that required courage. I am not just quoting from Ramakrishna, the historical and epic figures. I have talked about Raja Shivaji, Swatantraveer Savarkar and Jhansi ki Rani to meet these difficult times on the basis of your mental courage. So courage presupposes a sort of confidence in one's own abilities, capabilities, and that in a way triggers Atma Samman. A courageous person is always full of confidence and he can fight any adversity. So be courageous and be full of action in these difficult times. Even a person, it requires a moral courage, a sort of moral courage to fight the incurable diseases. Now we are all facing the pandemic situation. It requires courage to face this pandemic. These times will pass. Good days will come again. Be courageous and wait. Hari Om.